Nothing happened to me.
We're back, guys. The next hour of D&D. Allison has to step away for a little bit to get her notebook to get her HP because she's in her car. So that's where she's
Right.
at.
I do want to do an HP check on everyone. And during, if you got hit by anything, you can't be full. I think you got hit by at least one arrow, and
the
didn't you
dog.
get bit by a dog?
The dog was humping his leg, I believe.
Pretty sure you're not full HP.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm down to 24. I see the notes now. Okay.
Okay. 24 of...
41.
Okay.
Well, unless my strength. No, it's a con reduction, so
Yep.
know.
So, what is Nina at?
36.
Of?
Whatever my hit points is.
Well, that's the point. I'm looking for both a how fucked up are you percentage-wise and absolute.
70 hit points.
Yep. Wait,
So half.
you have 70?
Yeah.
Oh, we're
I'm fucking
tied.
fight of a pretty good call.
I'm 69 out of 70 hit points right now.
Okay.
I thought you had more than I did for some reason.
You've been rolling really good lately.
I have.
I say.
True.
Cool. So Allison said she should be back momentarily. While we're waiting for her, Durian, I believe
Yeah.
you were in the wagon, and you said you went to work on one of the other boxes, right?
Yep. Yep. I just picked the next box, the one that Russell pointed to.
Okay, roll a d2.
Yeah, that's fine. You know what? It doesn't even matter. You pick which one. All right, I'll roll.
Just roll a d2.
2.
Okay.
I start working on that box.
Yeah, so you start wedging a knife under, and you find that
Oh.
there's actually like it looks like it's nailed all the way around, but there's only like 3 nails in. The rest were like, bent off or whatever. So you can actually pop it open fairly easily, and you do. And Nina, where are you at this point?
Well,
Are you just kind of watching?
yeah, I'm there, but I'm not like in scaring the crap out of kid radius.
Okay, so like Russell's sitting on the front seat of the cart, you're at the back.
Yeah.
No, I
guess
think we're in the back cargo area, and she's
Yeah.
out front,
Yeah.
like keeping watch outside.
keeping my eye on Durian.
Okay, cool.
Like, this is getting weird, even by
Yep.
Nina standards here.
Either way, cool. All right, so you're kind of standing a ways away, and during you pop like this cover off and like fold it against the side of the wagon, and you see what looks like a fairly young woman, who's kind of like, knees to chest, in this big box. Like I said, it's 2x2x4, so you can't really stand in it, but it's fairly roomy if you kind of bend your knees up. You see she's young, human, blonde, and looks heavily pregnant.
I open it,
And then
I,
she like immediately covers her eyes as you pop this. open.
I like sort of like put my arm just like this on the edge of the crate,
Okay.
and I'm like, "What in the hell are you doing in there?"
You see her kind of look up and she says, "What was all that? What happened? It's only been like 15 minutes." She's like, she kind of like squints up at you, and she just kind of falls silent.
I'm looking. I'm like, "You're lucky to be alive."
You see her eyes like darting around.
There is a fire. We just rescued you.
What? A fire? What happened?
I'll explain more, but can you? I wasn't expecting to find people in these crates. I was expecting to find silk. So, can you tell
What do
me?
You see her just like put her hands over her mouth.
I could put the lid back on, and you won't know what'll happen. But I think your son is out here, and he is scared, and I think he could use a little bit of human comfort.
She just slowly nods.
So let's start again. My name is Durian. I don't mean you any harm.
I come in peace.
But I'm still like leaning on the box
Leah.
lid.
Aaliyah.
You had some great pop singles in the '90s before you passed away.
God damn it! I didn't even think of that.
That was a clever reference.
I'm like, Aaliyah, nice to meet you. I don't know in your condition if it's a good idea to be, stuck in a crate for. I don't know how long you were planning to be in here, but can you fill me in why you're in this crate? We're here to help, but
Where's Russell? You said he was out here.
he's right over here. He's in the
He looks back and you see him. Hi, mommy. What have you done with Brahm? What have
I
you
just
done with
have-
my husband?
I haven't opened the crate yet.
You hear thump, 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 thump. Like you're
Just have-
sitting on the other crate.
Yeah, I'm sitting on it, and I'll open it in just a second, but I want to talk to you first.
Okay.
Why are you in here?
Trying to get away
From where?
from Taurus.
Well, you're not in Taurus anymore.
What?
How?
No, we're from Palatinus.
Right,
We're
you're
trying
not
to
in
get away from
Palatinus.
the Taurs.
From the Thors?
The Taurs. The
Oh,
Taurans.
yeah.
Taurus.
Taurus.
Taurites?
Taurus. I just misheard you. Taurans. I'm like, were they the ones who put you in here?
What? No. My God, you killed them all, didn't you? And you can see her like looking out the back of the wagon to a burning cabin and several bodies strewn about the ground.
I guess
You were
you need.
supposed to take
Listen,
us out.
Aaliyah, you need some filling in. I was sent here by the Kingdom of Cien to recover stolen cargo
What?
from the Isle of Laurent, which we have recovered.
Wait,
Didn't
what?
count on you though, and I take it you weren't stolen from the Isle of Laurent, were you?
No. We. Give me a persuade roll.
Okay. I'm like, as she's like sputtering, I'm like, everything's fine. We mean you no harm. We're not turning you over to any country. So, but my persuade roll, there's no persuade check. So diplomacy.
Yes, sorry. Is there
Yeah,
no
it's
persuade
diplomacy.
check? It's
No,
probably
it's
diplomacy.
It's diplomacy.
I think they rolled a couple things into one, so.
Yeah. That's 25.
Okay, yeah, you're like, you're trying to be calm and like talk slowly and trying not to freak her out. She's just like we paid them. They were supposed to take us far away from here. We were supposed to get on a boat to Marilia.
What?
And Durian, that's a
Yeah,
A
no, I
name-
know Marilia. I said it's a long way indeed. What port did they tell you were departing from?
one of the elven ports. I don't. Somewhere to the north of here.
Fair enough. Probably Canta or Rippian.
Canta, yes, that was it. It was smaller. They said that it would be easier to get us on a boat.
How did you make it this far? From Taurus, from Palatinus. I assume you started in Palatinus.
We did. It was. And you can see her just like kind of silently crying.
What's your husband's name?
Brahm, can you let him out?
Yes. How
you're
about I
sitting
let
on
him out? Yes, I'll let him out. You just stay put and stay calm. There's a fire and there's some beasts around, so just don't go running off anywhere.
She just kind of nods and like tucks her knees to her chest.
If you see a young girl who looks kind of beaten up and battered, she's a friend of mine. She just had a rough day. Don't worry about her. Her name's Nina. She has a big scythe on her back. Looks intimidating at first, but isn't. And then I go to
You
work
just
on
see
this.
her eyes go wide.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you just turn around and you have to like take Russell's box off of the last crate, and you
Mhm.
start like wedging it open.
As I'm
Then
doing
you-
this, I'm talking a little bit to Russell. I'm like actually like humming a tune. I'm like, you feel the magic in that piece of armor, Russell?
He kind of nods. As you're prying the lid off, there's like someone underneath it, like hitting it, trying to knock it open.
Okay, I'm like, Brom, you're gonna smack me in the face. I'm trying to help here.
What is?
Everybody,
Is my wife okay?
she's fine. Aaliyah, please tell your husband that you're okay.
Honey, it's fine. Just slow down. He stops, and you can like wedge the thing open.
Yeah, I'm still working, so I'm like, hopefully I don't break my dagger, but I'm trying to like work
Like
the
I said,
nails
yeah,
out
there
little by
are
little.
only a few nails in this one too.
Sweet.
You wedge it open, and you see a a dark-haired human man stand up, and he tries to like spring up, and then just overbalances and falls.
Does the crate dip over?
No, but he like basically falls into his wife's arms.
Okay.
He's like awkwardly bent, and he's like, "Oh, honey," and he's like trying to get up. He can't see anything, he's been in a dark box. Like, what's going on? What was all that noise? We paid you the silver to. God damn it! It's bright out here.
I don't think we're the ones that you paid.
Wait, what? What's going on? And he starts like squinting around.
There was a fire. I'll tell you more, but can you enlighten me before I reveal too much about myself, about why you're fleeing Platinus and where you fled from and how you got this far?
What? Wait. You're not working with them?
No, I work for myself and my friends. But we are on a mission right now to recover stolen cargo, which we found next to your crates. Your
Wait,
homes.
what? Stolen cargo. Listen, buddy. And he kind of like gets in your face a little bit, and then he looks down and sees you've got like a belt full of weapons, and you're wearing armor.
And I'm not threatening him. I let him get in my
No,
face.
you're just kind of sitting there calmly, like yes. He kind of stops a bit, and doesn't really say anything. He kind of gives you an appraising look. And Faunolin, what are your current hit points?
I reach out and I stroke his cheek. No, I don't do that.
My current hit points are actually at 41. I was down to 33, but then I took an HP potion and got up to 41. So I'm not as hurt
Okay.
as I thought.
Cool. So 41 out of 50, I think?
Out of 50.
Cool deal. All right. Swiftwind starts circling lower and lower toward you and Cabin. And as he gets kind of like treetop level, you hear him sort of whinny, and he starts flying east.
Okay.
All right.
To where you
Um,
can see like a pillar of smoke starting to rise above the trees.
Oh. I tell Caden to get on Firefoot and let's go.
Okay.
Fuck it, let's do it live.
Hop on and go.
All right, cool. So you guys start heading back east, and after a few minutes, it doesn't take you too long to get back to the campsite or the cabin that was in the woods. You see it's pretty well collapsed in on itself at this point. You see Nina trying to Nina, how are you doing this, right? Because there are two bodies. One of them is collapsed way too close to the cabin. You would melt half your skin off getting at him. Are you trying to
I just
what's
go
that?
over, checking the pockets.
listen closely?
Oh.
What I'm telling you is one of them's too close. The other one is you'd probably burn yourself trying to get to him, but you can maybe grab some rope or maybe even extend with your scythe and try and drag him away from the burning building.
Yeah, that sounds good. I mean, as a last resort, I can use my cloak to take the brunt while,
Soak the cloak in water, put it over your head, and sort of...
Yeah, the basics of anti-fire stuff, basically.
Okay,
But
so
if
close.
the
Do
scythe
you
method
have-
works, I'll do that.
Yeah, because you've used most of your water already. So I guess how do you go about this? You don't have like anti-fire potions.
Uh, if I can use my he said if I can use my scythe, I'll just go and drag
Okay.
him. Like,
Okay, cool. Yeah. So you kind of like, for lack of a better idea, you just kind of like stab him in the calf and just start dragging him back. Cool. And
Yeah.
you can like, this is tough. This is tough for you. You are having a very difficult time doing this. You can tell that you're obviously been drained of strength. This is it's a strange feeling for you being only slightly above average strength.
Considering my recent event with Forest Trials, it's not all that strange, Travis, actually.
Alright. Yeah, but
And-
you drag over this body. You can see that the other one's starting to like really sizzle because he's only a few feet away from the burning building. But this one's only kind of like smoking and bubbling a bit at the tip of his hand that was close to the fire.
Oh.
Yeah, you drag him away.
Pat him down, loot him, basically. See what's
Okay.
see
All
what's
the
on
all
him.
the metal on him is superheated, and you burn yourself.
Yeah,
What a
he's
fucking
actually you would know this though. He's actually it is really
Oh.
warm, but he's wearing like studded leather, so you can like
Also,
kick around that.
technically, I wear gauntlets, so yeah.
Yeah, actually,
I mean, why do I wear metal armor?
you actually do wear gauntlets. Yeah, you're okay. So cool. You start picking away at him, and you find a You know what? I'll let you do this. Roll a d20.
Okay.
You will
Interesting.
determine what you find.
Probably not a lot.
Oh, okay. You find a what was probably a potion, but is like
Whoa.
congealed and reduced by half. It's like obviously been boiled in its
It's been
Stopper
reduced to a
style.
nice sauce.
So,
yeah.
having drunken potions of healing before, I just want to have a sniff. Does it? have sort
Yeah,
of the
you
same-
like carefully pull out the cork, and it's like intense peppermint. It was obviously a healing potion, and it's obviously been ruined.
Tastes like really strong Listerine.
Do I know that ruin just means it won't work in this all, or have a reduced effect?
You know, you're not sure. It's kind of congealed into, like, it almost looks like a very viscous liquid. Non-viscous? It looks like greenish sludge at the bottom of this file.
Okay.
Like a Go-Gurt.
You don't know. It's a healing potion.
Yeah,
you
like a Go-Gurt.
Do you even green yogurt, yo?
Screw
Do
it,
you even?
Travis. I drink it. Why not?
you drink it.
Oh,
Okay,
gross! You burn your tongue.
Yeah, it's like really hot.
Obviously, you know, I blow on it, Travis. I'm not going to
You
burn
can't
myself.
say that. You can't say
No,
I do
no,
this.
you-
Oh, come
you-
on! There's common sense to this. Like,
You-
you know,
you-
you drink tea,
That's
you
You
legit.
go,
would think so.
You have
you
no
would
taste
think
buds
so.
for
It's common sense not to drink
It's
random
okay, Josh.
potions.
Your character's got low wisdom. You're like, this'll totally be fine.
no, but I have high int. That's what I mean. There's common sense to it.
Wisdom's common sense.
Wisdom's common
Intelligence
sense
is book
into
learning.
his book reading.
An intelligent
so-
person does not
it's-
drink something that's just been pulled out of something that's hot.
You would think not, but you just did.
You
you
just
didn't
said you
specify,
did.
so get over it.
I
Oh,
want you to roll a d4 and then roll another d4.
Oh god.
Your strength returns. This potion has new effects.
Okay, so you heal 3 damage and you take 3 damage. So all good.
Oh, whatever.
You're
I
like
dropped
like
them off.
it scalds but cools as it goes down.
So you have this like Homer Simpson moment of doing something bad, like ah.
Travis, I keep
Ah.
patting him down. Does he have anything else on him, like coin? Or
Yeah, you definitely
Other hot
find
things so you can put in your
or
mouth.
paper or notes.
yeah,
letters.
you find like a small bag of silver, and that's really about it.
Eh, how much silver, just so I can add it to the sheet?
You count it out, and there's 27 silver in the bag.
Well, okay. And Devil
You
Rogue
still
is
have
too
like
far.
you do still have like a book full of, or like as many papers as you could, I don't know, cram down the front of your armor, whatever you did with them.
Oh, I have. Well, I carry my backpack on me, Travis. I don't leave it on a horse. I just shove it in there.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, you've got all that stuff on your back then too.
And I guess I'm like, head back to the wagon. If that's some guy I can loot.
Yeah, I mean the one guy is like you can see his skin boiling off because he's only a few feet away from the burning cabin.
Oh yeah.
Let me think. You do remember Caben having an arrow fight with one, so you head in that direction?
I guess so.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you find him in the woods. You start searching him. You find 2 non-congealed healing potions, and
Bonus.
he's got 36 silver on him.
Okay, and once again, same smell, but I just know these to be the basic killing potions.
Yeah. Like, unless they made peppermint flavored poison,
Which they might.
Oh,
which they
I
might
guess,
have.
I guess this is like cure light wounds, not cure moderate, yada yada, just for my character sheet.
You would have no idea.
So 2 heal. I'll just put 2 healing potions until I know for certain. Then.
Yep,
2 peppermint
I know what
drinks.
Peppermint mochas.
And you do find an almost empty file full of something that looks completely clear and smells like it almost smells like it basically kind of smells like gasoline, like petrol.
Alright. I have a feeling I know what this is, so I'll do the skill check. But a skill check, do I
You
know
learn
this
the
would be
skill
something
mechanic.
poisonous?
Just roll me a d20.
Pour the gas into
Oh.
the wagon.
Wait, I could put this into something called a combustion engine, and it will fire pistons and drive a motor.
Yeah, I mean, you can't tell what it is. I mean, you've got your own guess, but you're not sure.
Mm.
You'd have to get it checked by someone that would know more about this than you.
So, hearing the funny story of once upon a time how Dewey knocked his ass out for himself, I'm gonna pick this up.
Okay.
I'm
I'm
see
not
Gary
the
later
one.
about it.
I'm not the one.
Yeah, I mean, you're wearing gauntlets, so you just kind of carefully
Yeah.
take this. You know, it was lucky he fell this way because it was open and it just didn't spill, right?
Yeah. Then I guess I head back to Duran.
You don't
Okay,
want to taste
cool.
test it?
No.
Okay.
I just like that Nina is like wandering around, like pulling vials, like, yeah, yeah.
Oh, I was injured. I was
Yeah.
just gonna drink it, and if it had no effect, it had
You
no
went
effect
around like
otherwise.
tasting the contents of people's pockets. For
Oh, no, I knew that was a
This
version
one
of
tastes like
healing,
lint.
though. I've drunken like 10 of them already. I know the taste.
Yeah, you generally
Everyone in the chat
know
is telling you
mints
to taste
mean-
test it. Taste test
Yeah.
it, bro.
So
Or-
cool. Cabe and Faunolin, you ride back into camp and you see Nina, kind of like, just standing up in the woods and heading back toward the wagon. And you guys head over there and you kind of look in and you see Durian with some people.
Arrow drawn.
Okay.
Yeah, I have my lance ready, but do they look hostile first?
I mean, Durian's just kind of sitting there, like leaning on a crate, talking to some people.
Okay,
Um,
never mind. I wouldn't be hostile then if he doesn't.
Yeah,
see
but
me.
I mean, you're
Yes.
right up with weapons in hand.
Yeah,
and,
I have my
like,
arrow
yeah,
drawn.
weapon's still in hand. I'm just not like ready to
Yeah,
stab
you're-
someone actively.
I have,
You guys
I have
are
it pointed
all-
at them as we ride
Yeah,
up.
you guys are all ready, and they kind of like, you see a human man kind of look over at you. His eyes go wide, and he just kind of sits slowly back down and looks at you, Durian.
I glance at them and I look back at Braun, but I address Caben and Fawn in Elven, and I say, Caben, Fawn, any luck?
Who are these people?
Any luck, guys? We'll get to this. Everything in due course.
Who are
We tracked
these?
him as far as we could. He ditched his armor. We lost him. He went
We need to
invisible.
get out of here. There's a big smoke and fire. We're going to be the subject of eyes and investigation soon, for miles around.
Travis, did
Um,
Swiftwind, like, he just came here and circled around, or was he going someplace?
Yeah, he's still kind of circling in the air above you guys.
Okay.
This I'm still talking Elvish. I say, in Elvish, I say, Brahm, why don't you introduce yourself?
Oh, I just noticed his name. This sounds familiar. Travis, stealing shit from League.
No,
No.
actually, no.
Brom?
I know the reference. No, it's not League.
Oh.
But he like doesn't respond. He's kind of looking between you all.
And I say, it's time to answer now. And I'm still talking Elven.
Yep.
Okay,
He doesn't answer.
cool. I'm like,
You should try comment.
speaking Elvish to them, I said, these were in the crates that I assumed are silks and other goods from the good Lady Nephish would be contained. Instead, I found people.
Obviously replying in Elvish. That's
All 3 of these?
strange.
Yeah, you see a little kid up in front, and he's like looking at a big leaf.
Yeah, yeah.
So what's going on here then?
I'm
so
trying to figure it out.
confused.
I'm gonna figure it out. We have a rapport going. Just keep us safe. Nina's feeling pretty weak right now, so let's just make sure that we secure the goods. We have
It was just
have a
them?
big
Was there
chest-
no
we have a
materials,
big-
no silks?
a big chest of gold.
Okay,
We'll
well,
talk soon. I don't want to say too much. I haven't learned their full story yet, but seems like they were being smuggled out of the country. Now, why they were in CN? They're from Palatinus. I switched to common. Palatinus, right?
Yes, that's where we
Okay.
came here from.
I gestured him. I say, yeah, they're from down. I'm back to Elvish. Yeah, they're from down south, and they were getting smuggled from Kanta to way up north, Marilia, which I've taken that journey. That's a long time to be boxed in a crate and no hole in the bottom to pee out of.
So we didn't find any
Well,
silks, no materials from,
yeah, what
What
did
we're
we do
looking
with
for?
these people?
I mean, you may want to go check out the burned ruins, but either that
Oh,
stuff was
joy.
sold off and the gold wasn't. I mean, it did take us a while to get to them, weeks. But suffice to say that their next destination was Kanta to the ports, and there was a ship that they were going to load cargo into. I don't know what this is all about. I don't know why these people just didn't get themselves into CN and go themselves. Why
Yeah.
spend money? But let me
well, the
talk
borders are
with-
blocked, right?
That's true. They're
But
blocked.
wouldn't-
But once they were
I don't know.
in the country, maybe they didn't have
No
How
papers.
to keep a kid in a box quiet?
they didn't have
Papers.
papers. I turned to Brahm. I said, "You didn't have papers, did you?"
You know how much those cost?
Yeah, I know. I was beaten naked for not having them. Trust me.
You also...
You
Never mind.
yeah, you see him nod like,
So that's
So what-
why. I see. The thing I couldn't put together, Brahm, Aaliyah, is why you would be in a free country needing to get yourself smuggled out. The border must be
Free?
pretty strict
seems
down south.
expensive to me.
Yeah. How much did you fork over to these criminals? Because, there are legitimate ways to do it. Refugee status of some sort. Pleas for asylum.
What? Are you kidding?
There's
They're
also
trying
other...
to turn people back. It,
Is it
it
bad
would have
down there?
cost. It's getting bad. Yeah,
Who's-
we're from
who's-
Phoenix Point. Well, originally Torhold, but
Phoenix Point. I've been through there. I've actually been through most of Platinus. Nice place. Kind of an idiot of a king, though, if you don't mind me saying.
he just says, "Look, King Henry still has my allegiance, but he prioritized the South. Well, we were in the North.
So they've invaded the north, then. The Dorns.
They were pushing them back last we heard, but we had to abandon our home."
Why not try to get out on Randuin's Bay or Steamport?
Because we couldn't pay 100 gold a head to board a ship.
How much did you pay these folks?
10 silver apiece. We thought it was a bargain. We had to stay in these boxes all the way up here, but I mean, he kind of looks in, and you see there like blankets or towels laid down, some food and water. He's like, you get used to it. My wife and son were safe, though it wasn't comfortable travel, but he kind of looks at the burning building and...
Brom, this could have gone a lot differently if I hadn't opened this crate. You could still be next. I pulled this cart away from the building with seconds to spare. Could have been a lot worse. You would entrust your pregnant wife in the crate with people who would only charge you 30 silver to get you out of Dodge.
Well, they got us this far.
Lucky we found you first. Listen, we're all good people.
You say
here.
that. They were going to put us on a boat and get us out of here. Unless
Right,
you were going to do that.
Right.
I don't
Who's to say
consider
I'm
us all
not?
that lucky.
Who's to say I'm not?
You could have... Well,
I don't want anything. I just want some information.
yes, anything I can do. Please.
These
help
people
us.
you would hired with, they were not just smugglers, they were thieves, raiders. They stole from a wealthy noble in this country. They took silks, gems, gold. Found the gold. Do you know of anything of
Sir,
silks?
are you from here?
I'm from
If
many
you don't
places.
mind me asking, sir. What'd you say? Sorry.
Said I'm from many places.
Look, I'm gonna level with you, sir. I don't give a shit about these elves. I couldn't care less. I just want to get somewhere safe with my son and my pregnant wife.
Well, if it's getting as bad as you say on the roads with respect to papers and whatnot, you're going to want to stick to us because we have the council's writ to be traveling. Council of Cien, the ruling government of Cien. We're under their protection. We're on a mission from them.
Okay. Yes, of course. Anything we can do to help. My wife can cook very well. I can mend your armor if you need it. I used to be a blacksmith.
Really? We might have some armor. We might have some work for you. Not your wife. She could rest. Just for now, like, get in the back of the wagon. Stay there. We're going to be heading out.
Okay.
Everyone here is...
They had a hammer in the shed. Could I grab that? I could. It would help if
Do I
you
notice
want
the
me to
shed
mend
burned
some
down?
armor. No, the shed's like 30 feet away from the cabin,
I will-
and the cabin's not very big. So.
I'll get some stuff to. I'll have someone go fetch it. By the way, there's 4 of us. 2 elves you just saw. Nina, who you haven't seen, but
Yahoo!
Russell. Yeah, she pokes her head in.
Still covered in blood.
And myself.
No, I claimed that off already.
Okay.
For the time being, don't trust anyone else. You're under protection, but we're a bit off the beaten path right now. We're in apparently an area where there's brigands, untrustworthy creatures. Just keep your heads low. I give you my word, I will see you safely out of Cien to the north.
Thank you. I don't know who these men were, and I didn't trust them any farther than I can throw this wagon. But they got us through all of the south of Cien so far. They wouldn't have taken the trouble if they weren't going to deliver us somewhere.
Well, they detoured along the way to make some to steal. So, but that being said,
We were with them the whole time.
you were in a box.
He nods.
Anyway, we're gonna be heading out now. We gotta make haste. We're heading for the capital. Just
The capital. Could you not drop us off in Kanta first? I know it's a lot to ask, but please, my wife, she's...
remind me, Travis, where we are while he makes his pleas.
Yeah, you are off the road between
There.
Gregovian and Kanta, closer to Gregovian.
Yeah.
But it would
That's,
take-
we've just been back and forth. I just wanted a refresher.
So it would take you probably 2.5 days to get to Kanta.
I say nah. I'm like, the maid says take you to Kanta. I'm like, Braun, I'm not going to Kanta. I'm going to Cien. But I have a harder time. I would have a harder time getting you out of Kanta than I would from Cien. Trust me.
Getting what? We don't have any papers. If they find us, they're
I
gonna
told you, as
arrest
long as you're with us, you're good to go.
I
Okay.
guess I don't have much choice, so.
Now that I've said all this, Travis, remind me, what did I didn't write down the specifics. What did we get for our mission? Do we have a writ explaining our...
Yeah, so you have some fake identities.
Yep.
Like totally legitimate paperwork from the CN Council, like stamped
Mhm.
and approved. You also have the information from Lady Nefesh on,
Yeah, the
you know,
journal, the notes.
yeah, the journal, as well as yes, you have like a couple of papers kind of describing you are on council business for Lord
Tegan.
Curzon Tegan.
Good.
You're to be given every
Yeah,
expedient possible.
I thought so. I just wanted to make sure. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so say okay. Here's how it's gonna go. You're gonna stay in the back. If you need anything, please call out to us. Don't make a lot of noise. We can make this smooth, and I have official writ to be on the roads. But the fewer questions asked, the quicker this will go, Braun. All right. We're gonna make a stop to pick up another wagon, but I'll be with this wagon the whole time.
Okay. And at Durian, excuse me, at this point I would point out you have both your fake IDs and your real IDs, both of which are legitimate.
Dude, you could
I
totally
know.
get into bars.
I'm just thinking about that, but
Let's go out drinking, guys.
So I'll go check out the shed. I got nothing better to do.
Okay, yeah, I mean you heard all this. You just go in, look for a hammer.
I do more than just look for a hammer, but I look
Okay.
around, Travis.
you find
that's all right.
full plate, man.
Yeah,
It's
so you see a few stables. Looks like they could have kept 2 or 3 horses in here. They're not very big, but you know, they're there. You see a like dog kennel. There's like some kind of like half-cooked meat or whatever they were feeding the dogs. A little bit of like a bag of oats. You also see some like boxes stacked against the wall. Excuse me.
Hand axe, I open one of them, Travis.
Okay, you pop one open, and you see some bolts of like, kind of like
Silk.
lime green silk.
Boom.
Even better.
That's what we came
I
for.
yell, Caben, Fawn, a moment.
Yes,
I lean
my
outside
dear.
and say, "Everything all right, Nina?"
I like just showing Elvish. I think there's some more surprise here. I just gonna need a hand putting him into the cart.
Did you find another one?
No. Actual supplies.
Oh.
Silk. By the looks
I
of
thought you said surprise.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh,
But it's a
excellent.
surprise. It's silk.
I turn back to them and in common I say,
Okay.
"It just got a little bit easier, guys. It's gonna be a little bit more cramped back here, though. Time being. Here,
He looks down and he's like, "If I can sit on top of a box, that'd be better than being stuck in one."
you can sit on a box. Just,
this is
it's you. Once again, the wagon's like it's like a Conestoga wagon. It's a covered.
Yep.
We
Okay.
also have another one back at the end of the trail.
Yeah, but that one's not covered. That one's just like a. That one's just a pulling wagon.
Yeah, it's
So-
a flat open wagon. Yep.
Yeah, so I am. I say to them,
Silk, was it, Travis?
Yep.
I opened, like, how many more crates are there?
There are 2 more. Same
I-
thing, different colors.
Yeah. Okay, crates of silk. Just need to write that for my notes. Is that the only thing of note besides a hammer in this shed?
I mean, there's like a shitty ladder, some rope. Nothing of
Oh.
note. Yeah.
"Dude,
The
don't
rope will
trust
take.
ladders, man. Don't
Okay,
trust
you now-
common shit
You
and-
you now have 10 feet of rope that was being used as a leash.
And I'm not gonna actually carry it, I'll just put it on the wagon. for
Awesome.
usefulness.
Note down 10
She makes
feet of
into a
rope.
pretty bow.
You run out of rope.
And then I ask Caben if he can quickly have a look at these, and I start pulling out the papers that were in the...
What are these?
I found, like, this is one of the things I've rescued,
Ah,
besides the chest.
all right. How many papers are there?
Nina grabbed like a big handful. I assume you just scooped up everything you could
Yeah,
get.
I got my bag, and I just went...
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
I start rifling through and not, I guess, more than skimming it. I'll read each one in its entirety that I can read,
Okay.
if I can read.
Yeah, you start shuffling through papers. Nina, you actually find like a file that you must have just swept into your bag. But yeah, you look
File?
at these papers,
Wait,
and
did you say a
Caben,
file or file?
File.
a vial, PHIAL,
Oh.
a vial.
Oh.
Oh,
okay.
Sniff. Does it smell like
Roll me a Constitution save.
Awkward.
I'm completely serious. yes.
Troll. You
Stop
got troll.
Fuck.
sniffing
Travis.
poison.
Yeah, you waft.
Huffing
You
potion.
don't sniff. Come on now.
Oh, god damn it. From now
It's-
on,
You
No.
don't
You
know
know what I
potion.
mean?
You're
No.
not a
No.
chemist.
No,
Nina,
no,
you're
no.
not a chemist. You wouldn't know,
Yeah,
like...
you
But
like cough and
this,
hat.
this is different languageal barriers I'm talking about here. I
No,
meant,
no,
you
no,
know,
no. Smelling and wafting are completely different things.
I'm gonna start using examine. Is that gonna be better? As a
That's
word?
neither of those things.
That's like,
not
I'm
even-
looking at this vial. Oh,
Yeah.
it's a
You know
vial.
what I mean.
Anyway, you like kind of cough and retch a little bit. It smells horrible, but you like plug it back up. You have like kind of this foul smell in your nose, but other than that, you seem to be fine.
Cool.
You
I
resist
keep that
the-
note and I say, Durian, this is something, and can you look at it later?
He hands me the file.
Yeah,
I-
you
and the
saw
other one.
you did all this in front of Durian, right?
Got it. Okay, what
Yeah.
color is it, you said, Travis?
It's stoppered and it's like clay, so it's opaque. Do you
Uh,
open it? Look?
No, I don't. Clay file.
Mhm.
I'm just noting it, that's all.
And then I hand him the other one, which I suspect is to be poison.
No, it's
I don't-
just one. You found one.
No, I mean the other
found
one I
one
looted.
at the other
Oh, okay, yep.
The
I
gas.
tell him, and I suspect this to be poison, but I'm not sure.
Got it. I've got 2 files noted,
Mhm.
and they're now in my possession.
Yeah, and the one that was off the dead archer was about a third full.
Got it.
Cool. So, Cayman, you were looking at some papers, right?
Yeah, I'm reading it through each one.
No, you're not. You can't read shit.
It's
Yeah, we
not
can
written
read.
in a language I know?
It is not.
Okay. That's what
Oh,
I
shit.
asked when I first grabbed the paper.
Oh, I missed that. Sorry.
Distracted.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. Okay,
What's in the papers?
is there
Durian?
anything that I can recognize? Like diagrams of stuff, or maybe words that I do know?
So you're looking. Some of them are just writing, and you're like, you can't read it. It's
Right.
some language you don't know.
Yeah.
You're thumbing through them. You see one with like a fairly detailed drawing of a dwarven man. And you're thumbing through them more that are just writing, and one has again a very detailed drawing of it looks like a gnomish woman, possibly. Gnomes.
Yeah, I can't really tell. So.
Yeah, looks like a gnomish woman.
Okay.
And the gnomish woman, the paper's been like the picture's been crossed out, and it looks like there's additional writing in a different hand, but again, you can't like.
Mm-hmm.
Some of it's very neat, and some of it's like untidy scrawl.
Yeah.
Could this
Most
be-
of the writing looks very neat.
Okay.
Kevin, these are some pretty well drawn pictures. Could this be like a wanted poster, or
I don't. Wanted posters look typically not this much writing.
what about a hit picture then, or something like the opposite? Like
It's not quite the opposite. Do you know what a hit picture looks like?
you know what I mean? Like a wanted poster means like the law wants it. What if this is someone wants someone dead poster?
Nina, I have no idea.
Durian, can you read this at all?
Yeah, we hand it. I'll hand it over to Durian and say, "You know
You
more
take-
languages than I do."
I take it. I glance in it. Can I tell if I can read it or not?
You cannot, but
Hmm.
give me a linguistics check.
I have 2.5 years of linguistics PhD, so that should give me another bonus, right?
Plus 10.
In character versus out of character.
Alright.
And before I look at that,
17.
I didn't want you to
Sorry.
tell me.
Sorry.
But
give me
so
a
you-
+3 just in case.
No, no,
for
no,
whatever you're gonna
no.
tell me.
no, I know what you get for that. So you look at it, and you can't read it either. And as you look, like the letters look strange. It looks like dwarven script, like dwarven letters, but it's not the dwarven language.
Hmm.
There's some symbols that are a little bit different.
Are there any cognates I can recognize? Like words that.
The
Yeah,
Norse
you know what? I don't
over
look at it
here.
that much. I like close it and I say, something's up here. Mind if I hang on to this folder, guys?
Well,
I can't
there's
read
quite
it.
a lot of it. But
I can't read it either. I can't read any
can't-
of this stuff, so sure.
I can't
I'm
read
sure we
it, but I
I'm sure
have
we could find someone in TN that might be able to read it.
yes, but I don't think we should. This is something.
Yeah, I don't think we should.
No. This is. I don't think you guys understand. This
Hand
is
this
something
off.
odd. I explain what I see, and I say either it's something magical, or I have some hints, and I'd rather take this to Llewellyn first.
Do you think the papers
Yeah,
are magical?
Well, one could
I
be someone who
think it
could
might
read
be.
it.
I think it might be in arcane writing, which
Hmm.
can't be read
Ooh,
just
fancy.
Well,
Would they use
Awesome.
arcane writing just to write, like, stuff?
I don't know. This might be stolen goods. It's not necessarily them writing it.
Mm.
so Travis, all the ones that I grabbed exactly the same like this, or
It's all this. What do you mean? You can't read shit. So
well, I mean, I grabbed it all and put it in my bag. I
yeah,
assume
there
it
were
was
like
just
10
cheap.
sheets of paper.
You
And they're
grabbed
all
the folder.
identical, like... Oh, I actually grabbed a folder. Okay, I thought there was more than just the folder.
No, it's like one discrete packet. Different stuff's in there, but it was a packet of papers.
Yeah,
It,
Give
it
it
was
to
just
Duran.
papers strewn. If I ever said
It's
folder, I
Wikipedia
apologize.
printed out.
Yeah, we heard
Yeah,
we heard
Dwarvish.
file. He meant files in the thing. It's not like any
Oh,
file.
oh, yeah. He like
Is it worth,
you.
Travis?
You grabbed
can
a
just tell
vial
us,
and then like papers that were on the
is it
table.
worth going through the papers to see if there's something that is readable, or is it all basically the same?
You can glance it over quick, and it seems to be all the same type
Okay.
of writing.
Okay, that's
Yeah, you're.
so. That's
you
what
can
I had
see
done.
enough that there are a few different hands, like different handwriting in some of it, but
The same type of script. I'm like, this is
Yeah.
something related. We should hang on to this for now. Trust me, I think this may be the most interesting of our finds. Well, it's
I don't
a
know,
good
it's
tie.
silken.
I look
I
back
say
and I
in
look
Elvish
back.
besides people in boxes.
Yeah, I know. Guys, let's stop examining it here. Let's get out of here.
I
Yeah,
can't examine anything, so it's
let's
not
mix-
me holding us up.
so
No,
we only
let's
have
mix
one
ups.
horse on this one at the moment, right?
Yeah, there's only one horse, but I'll put
Sorry.
my horse in. I'm gonna ride in the wagon with these fine
Sure.
folks.
I was
Your
gonna
horse
say
is
I'll
Oh.
put my horse up.
Oh.
I put my horse
last
up
you
on
saw it was being. It ran away from dogs that were attacking you.
You know what? There's a fine horse right here on this cart.
There is.
it. Yeah,
It's a nice
I'll-
big like work.
I don't want to spend time trying to track down a horse. So
yeah.
That's
I'll put my horse as the second horse on this wagon then.
Okay. Yeah, your
And
horse didn't run
I'll
away.
go in the back end.
Caven,
I'm gonna-
did you have a war horse?
No, I had that random guy's from Venric's horse.
Oh yeah, you stole Venric's horse. Give me a because your horse wasn't getting chased by dogs. Give me no, you tied your horse up.
Yeah, I tied
Yeah.
mine and Darian's horse up.
That's
Durian
right,
got
you
on
did.
his and it was
Yeah.
being attacked by dogs.
So I have
Yeah,
my-
right. Yeah,
The-
the dogs chased away the horse you stole off of the wagon.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh, okay, we got access.
Wait,
so yeah,
guys,
you've
I
got
just
two more
realized-
horses. Yes.
where in all of this is Jefferson Starship?
I actually had thought about that. You
The
tied him
sheep!
up with your wagon.
Yeah, with a wagon.
I had my I brought the sheep on the mission.
Where
No,
else
you
would
tied
it
it to
be?
the wagon which you left way
Our wagon,
closer to
our
the
other
road.
wagon.
Your
No, I
wagon.
know, but still on the mission. I didn't leave it in CN.
No, you brought it with you.
But the
Sweet.
fu-
Okay.
like,
I
it would have
forgot.
cost you like a ridiculous amount to board a sheep.
Got it.
Weeks
Jefferson Starship is okay.
on. Well,
Uh,
you don't know that yet. You left it with your wagon.
He's eaten by
that's
wolves.
no. Meaning I didn't forget where Jefferson Starship is. Okay, so
In fact, roll me a d20.
Hunted by wolves.
Probably.
Okay. What do you guys do? You're still at the camp.
No, no,
I
no.
was gonna say-
I'm hurrying us out of here. We tie up
Yeah,
the other leads.
want us to
and-
go. We can't
Yeah.
waste time here.
And I
Yeah,
say,
and-
Fawn, Caben, can you watch our front and, ahead and behind us? We're going to head back. Let's pull up the other cart where we left it. Let's dump all the fake cargo. And we'll be a two-merchant train instead. We'll load on the silks onto one, and we'll keep the other cargo in this one, because it's hidden. Okay?
Yeah.
And
Okay.
while on the road, I'll attempt to count how many coins are in that chest, or estimate.
You're just gonna sit there and
Nina's
count
slipping
them
a couple in
this
his
is for,
pocket.
this is mission-wise.
I appraise the weight of the chest with the assuming all gold coins are the same size, and I came up with the following figure.
Yeah, you came up with like 1 billion coins because you can barely lift the chest. You're at
Okay.
far less than your normal strength. I heard a thing. Okay.
I appraised. That's my appraisal of the weight to coin size calculation.
Like you're taking like a -10 penalty because you're not at your usual strength, so you have no idea.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah, you can't
I-
even
I-
lift the chest.
I couldn't even tell by the. Okay, that's fine.
No.
I say, Nina, don't count it. Leave it shut up. The less that it sees the light of day, the better
Oh,
for
what
all of
about-
our sakes.
I was gonna say, how about when we camp for the night, we count it then?
No.
Do we really need to count
What do
it?
we
I mean,
count the
Well,
gold
I'm
for?
like,
sure-
we don't
I'm
need to have an
sure-
exact amount.
Do you want to go down this? Do you want to go
I was gonna
down this
say-
route, Nina?
I was gonna say, I'm sure Lady
I'm
Nevish
gonna
would like
go
to know
down
how
this
much is in there.
Well, then she can count it. We shouldn't be counting it and bringing it out on the road.
When she gets it, we're giving it back to her.
Okay, I was just gonna save her some time. That's all.
Well,
She's still gonna
she can
count
save herself
it.
some
She's
time.
not gonna.
Yeah, but then she can
I'm-
I get you. Whatever.
She's not going
Nina,
to give us extra money because we counted her money.
You're thinking as a businesswoman and not maybe a mercenary, and not as a banker, which is that they're Laurent Isle stamped coins. Anyone trying to pass Laurent Isle stamped coins around will get noted.
Mhm. Oh,
It doesn't matter.
yeah, obviously.
But we have more to talk about later. Let's all. But by the way, Travis, de facto from now on, I'm
Yes.
sorry if I'm addressing the party directly. I speak in Elvish.
Yeah, I've assumed you guys have been speaking
Yeah.
in Elvish between yourselves,
I just
unless you're directly addressing the people.
Yeah, I just want to clarify that.
Yep, absolutely.
We get Nina's horse hitched up to the wagon. I tell them, lie low. While we're getting hitched up, I actually walk back, ignoring the mother and father, and I go to Russell and I say, "You like the magical thing, don't you?"
What does it do? It's
I haven't-
tough.
I haven't discovered all of its properties yet, but maybe in time you can figure it out. I want to show you something else. This I have to.
Durian has a soft spot for kids.
This I have to hang on to. Wait, you say that. This I have to hang on to, but I want to show you this. And I pull out my medallion of Knights Platinus. Knights
Dracarys.
Platinus, yeah. Of Platinus. And I show him and I say, see the little dragon on that? I say, that's because I've killed a dragon.
I cough.
You guys are hitching horses. I'm in the back of the wagon. You can hear me. It's fine. I'm like I was part of killing a dragon. So you're safe with me, all right?
Okay.
And then I look
Brom,
at
yeah,
Brom and Aaliyah and I wink.
he like leans over. Do you let him like look at it?
I hold it
Yeah.
for a second and then I
Yeah.
put it back in.
He kind of like leans back. It doesn't really say anything.
Okay, Russell. So you're safe in here, even if a dragon shows up. So you don't worry
Let's
about
not
me or
hope
anybody
the
else.
dragon shows
They all got the same token, if you know what I mean. Okay. So I clam up front and I say, all right, guys, let's move off. Let's be hasty about it.
Roll down.
We gotta get to CM.
Dun,
I guess I'll ride the now basically stripped clean dummy wagon since one of us has to do it.
We haven't gotten there yet. We haven't even
Sure.
left the.
Yeah, I mean, you ride on the wagon. You guys grab the other horses, hitch up the other wagon. Jefferson Starship is alive and well.
Yeah.
Yay!
He's like munching on some grass or
Of
whatever.
course, Jefferson Starship is alive and well. Jefferson Starship can never die.
Caben begs
Until he
differ.
dies, 'cause we need to eat him because we're hungry.
Yeah, for hungry.
Turns into a dark sun setting.
You see that Jefferson Starship looks delicious.
It's kind of hungry.
Yep.
Travis, we dump. I check it real quick, or I have Nina and I help check it to make sure that our dummy cargo actually isn't dummy cargo, and maybe actually has valuable dyes in it. But then we just dump the barrels.
Yeah, it's like sand and rocks and sticks and
We
whatever.
load the crates, the empty crates, and the crates of silks and whatever was found onto the flatbed.
Okay.
Keep the people in the covered wagon.
Okay.
I drive the covered wagon.
Okay.
I don't care who drives the other wagon, but we go from there.
My horse is occupied, so I'll ride the other wagon.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
I am riding along the rear, I guess.
I would be-
Nina, how about you ride my horse? I can ride that because I can shoot better on a wagon than a horse.
I can't fight on a horse not trained for combat.
Well, then here, I'll put my horse on that wagon, and you can take your
Make the
horse
necessary adjustments.
back.
Yeah,
make the necessary
okay.
adjustments.
You guys have time, so you can easily it just takes a few minutes to switch
Oh,
out horses.
actually,
Yeah.
it's talking about time doing it. Can I get some medical treatment? I got hurt pretty bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like literally at half, basically.
You are bloodied.
Yeah, I took a good few arrows into the back. Hurt like hell.
While we're doing this, because during the
Yeah, you might be -1 kidney. It's fine.
a little bit of the downtime, can I want to motion Swiftwind to come down again?
Okay. Give me a D20.
Yeah, that ain't no small thing with some.
I know.
civilians-
I'm just wondering how to.
some civilians in the back.
Well, I don't care what they think. Caben doesn't
Not
care what
that.
they think.
Ignore that.
Swiftwind likes to show off. Have you not
Yeah.
noticed?
Swiftwind's
Okay.
probably gonna fly this kid around the
Yeah,
woods.
you get his attention
I
through
can
the
show
trees,
you
and he
the
comes
I was
down
about to
by
start
you.
saying that.
That's
You see
No.
the people.
Josh, that's not for you. That's for me. Those two
Oh.
are for me.
Let me readjust my. Oh, that's how I.
Use all this.
They're rolling for
Heal.
healing
Oh,
checks.
heals.
Yeah, I had no. Okay, so those two are for you, Josh.
Alright. Just as reference.
Okay, cool. Yeah, swift wind lands by you, Caben. And you see the humans all looking at him in awe.
Yeah. So just really
We
quickly,
blew
I
wings
just
on him.
in common Swiftwind. It's good that you found that armor piece the guy left behind, but we still don't know where he is. We're gonna be heading. Turn to Durian. We're heading to Cien, right?
Yeah, we're going back, delivering this cargo. I think.
Nod.
Okay. So I point the direction we're gonna have. We're gonna be heading this way. While we're doing that, can you just keep an eye lookout for that last guy? I don't
He
know.
nods. Give me a handle animal check.
Also, he was speaking in common, so the people understood.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Travis knows that. Handle animal. Okay.
It's-
Yeah.
I
it's
imagine
10.
him speaking to Swiftwind in Elvish, and everyone's like,
Swiftwind's like,
Even
what?
Swiftwind goes, what?
19.
Okay. You can tell he seems agitated.
Okay, I'm like,
"Oh."
what? Is anything wrong?
He can't
Swiftwind,
really.
are you
communicate.
Right, I'm
agitated
like-
with us?
He just shakes his head and takes off.
Hmm. Well, let's ask him about it tomorrow.
Hi.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll ask him about it tomorrow.
Cool.
In
So
the
you
chat,
guys-
they said real quick, someone is hurting. May I suggest drinking potions randomly found in the pockets of various people?
This one smells like gasoline. I've heard that has excellent healing properties.
Yeah, just
Okay.
rub it on your face,
Yeah.
Get
I'm sure
it
that'll work.
deep in those couple of cuts and scrapes you have. It'll work.
Mm.
Okay. Burns so good. Alright, cool. So you guys switch out wagons or horses or whatever. You get arranged the way you said you did, and you guys head out. And you get to the road and along it a bit by the time night falls.
Okay.
Cool.
Set up
Okay,
camp.
so we're gonna
Yeah,
rest.
so you guys set up camp.
So I do have my horse.
People. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, it's
Who's tied
hitched. It's tied to the wagon following
Yep.
us.
You have 5 horses.
Sweet. I have a lot of horses.
They're not all yours. Get out of here.
5 horses and a sheep. But I call camp. I say, shall we make camp?
Yeah.
Yes.
2 people on watch tonight.
Yeah, let's
At a
let's
time,
keep
I mean.
let's keep an eye on things for sure. But Nina, I think you need rest. I'll take some time at first.
Well,
Nina, you need
I will like,
you need to gain your strength back. You look pretty feeble right now.
and it's like, trust me, this isn't as bad as the forest troll thing.
Yeah, but that got
It's
worse
actually
over
not so bad.
that got worse over time. I don't want it to get worse again. All right, just go rest. And you're better off resting and then being our early morning watch.
All right, if that's what you say.
Cool. So you guys rest up.
I take watch
Sleepy,
with either
sleepy.
Fawn or Caven, and then switch out after.
Yeah. Can I get watch order, please?
So I do
whatever.
the first 2 hours, and then I go to sleep.
Durian. Then.
I think I'm the last.
I can go second.
Yeah.
So
We're
cool.
doing 2
Durian
at a time.
and Faunolin. Yeah, Durian and
Okay.
Faunolin can stay awake at the same time.
Mhm.
And then Caben and Nina.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You guys take watches. Durian, Nina, you guys are still pretty tired, you know, because you're not sleeping a full night's rest. But overall, you're not bad, you know. You're probably a day away from Gregovian, so the promise of a warm bed is waiting for you. Cool.
Ah,
So
warm bed.
you guys. All right. So you guys get to Gregovian the next day without incident. The people really aren't saying much. These humans that you've rescued.
Yeah. By the way, I told the party keep an eye on them at night.
Yeah.
Basically.
Any extra heals?
Fuck off.
Did I get
Yes.
full sleep?
Yes.
Okay, hold
You
on
got
a sec.
enough sleep.
Should
I
be
think-
good with 1, and natural
So-
healing will do the rest.
I agree with Kevin about breaking. 10
No
minutes.
natural healing, either strength or hit points.
No, I meant,
Right after combat.
and that's what I meant. Like, as we travel, natural healing should take care of the rest.
Yeah.
Okay, so real quick, out of game.
Yep.
I think it's. I just have a feeling that once we get to Gregovian, it's going to take some more role playing to
Yeah,
deal with.
let's break before we get to the next town.
Okay.
Yeah, this is
So-
a great time for a break.
Yeah, because I'm going to dish out some heals to Josh and to Allison, but other than that,
I
We'll
only
do it
need
for
like
us.
1, if that. I'm at 41 out
Well-
of 50.
I see you busted. So
Okay.
1.
you ratchet.
That's to
There you go.
Nina, and that's to Fawn. That's what I do.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, that should be good from there.
All right, so you're -2 spells for the next day. Just note that.
Yeah, I'm noting it right now.
Awesome. Yeah, let's go to break.
All right, guys. We'll be right back in about 5 minutes.
I just painted
Thanks
my
for
nails and now I
watching.
can't touch anything. Thanks, guys.
Okay. Stay tuned for that final hour of our show tonight.